And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the second match of the evening, the second match of the Rex April Madness Group A. We are jumping into our ZvT and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amygdala. We have the South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran. It is GuMiho. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the red Zerg for Team Falcons. It is Solar. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our TVZ. Here we go. And already, hopefully I'm not jinxing it, but looking smooth, looking a lot smoother here. Again, I do apologize for some of the in-game frame drops that we saw in the first series, but I have now turned on my VPN, and so far it is looking a lot cleaner here. Much. I actually have like half the MS that I did previously, which is crazy. I like 380 MS in the last series. Here I have 170. Not bad. Here we go. For now, though, we're going to be settling into our fresh best of 3. And now, for those that are curious, for those that are just now tuning in, for those that haven't maybe seen this event before or are unaware of the format, this is going to be a group stage GSL format, of course. So we have 4 players. The winners, for the initial 2 matches do play out. The winners play against the winners, losers against the losers, and then we have the decider match at the very end. So GSL format, let's go. Let us go. And we'll see how Solar compares. Again, Solar has been looking very strong as of late. He's been looking very strong, very in form. Again, I was giving Solar praise previously for defeating Clem and defeating Max, Pax, and Hero over the past couple of weeks, but I haven't seen much from GuMiho. The reality is GuMiho has been less active. He's been less active. He's been playing in less tournaments, so we just haven't really seen much of GuMiho. He's still a very creative player. As you can see here, he does hide the Marine. He's trying to bait out the Overlord. In. But the Overlord does pull away, does get eyes on the CC. The Overlord will get away to the pillar, safe and sound. Does get to the pillar. GuMiho, no SV Scout. No SV Scouts, likewise no Reaver Scout either. Yeah, staying back at home instead, getting into his own 1-1-1 before third TC. Hyper aggression here out of GuMiho. I expect nothing less from GuMiho, to be honest. Let's go. Going into reactor Hellion production, really fast starport. This can lead into Hellion drops. This can lead into committed Cloak Banshee. This can lead into even something greater like a Hellbat push. So we'll see what direction GuMiho does take this in. Regardless, aggression nonetheless. As by now, he should have a third CC. Link comes in for a scout, and Solar, he does get full confirmation. He sees the production, he sees the progress on that starport. He's fully aware of what's going on, and now he is getting ready back at home. For now, he's free to drone, but he's aware how late the CC should be. As we have Cloak Banshees on the horizon, no medevacs. Aliens are poking towards the top side. Bearing in mind, this is the first sign of scouting that GuMiho is getting this game. He has seen nothing up until this point. So he pokes in, he does confirm. Right, we're still rallying across the map. More Hellions. Hellions does dive past. Oh, only 3 Lings. Uh-oh. Yeah, Link Cannon is a little bit too low here. Drone's gonna get roasted. 3 shots to do 1 shot. So this is gonna be enough to bring him down. But last Lings, they do surround. So far, 4 drone kills, 4 drones for 4 Hellions. That is not the best trade here for GuMiho. I'm sure he wanted something a little bit more. So nice defense by Solar. Again, did reinforce that those Lings are just barely in time. Meanwhile, across the map, GuMiho getting into his own additional Banshee play into a delayed CC. The command center is on the way, so this is not a 2-base all-in. This could have been a 2-base all-in if we did throw down like an extra Max, threw down an Armory, and just committed on 2 bases. But alas, he will still go for a delayed expansion, and Solar confirms. Does confirm. Solar is aware. Queens are ready. There is no Spore at the third. Likewise, Spore is repositioning here at the natural as well. So no major damage. Spore just now finishing up in the main. Yeah, the Banshee just a little bit too late. Oh my god. As the Banshee does take a lot of hits. Takes a lot of damage. And behind this, going into mech. Let's go. GuMiho, he is making it up, which again should not be a surprise. GuMiho is one of the few Terran players out there that does consistently, or at least more consistently, play mech. Players like GuMiho, players like Ryung. As GuMiho does dip in between the bases. Does threaten the mineral line. Likewise, rotating back over, getting a drone, getting two, not bad. 2 drone kills, 2 workers do fall. Banshees, they back off to repair, to heal up, and we do have magfill accelerators on the way. We are getting into battle mech for the time being. So GuMiho embracing battle mech. Solar back at home, thankfully does go for the Roach Warren, so he's getting into his own Roach Ravager composition. No Evo chambers yet, so we're going to be lacking those upgrades for the time being. And we'll see if GuMiho can break through. How about say Morphin on top of the base? Up, going for the base, going for the cancel. Oh, that's gonna be a kill. That should not have happened. Massive pickoff. Kill, not a cancel on the hatchery. Solar across the map, going for the third. Does take down an active mule, or at least forces it back. The Hellbats to defend, and Solar is gonna be forced back once again. And not too much damage here. Meanwhile, another cancellation on the expansion. Raven pulls back, it kills the drone, delays the hatchery. Shouldn't bring down any of these queens. There should be plenty of transfuse. Oh my god, queens are going down there with the transfuse. Yeah, transfuses are delayed. 1 queen falls. Lings are focusing across the map. They get 4 SCV kills. So there's a bit of a give and take, but I would say that GuMiho is in a better position as he killed an expansion and canceled it, and even delayed it even further by killing the drone. So nice harass here by GuMiho. He pulls back to repair. 4th CC's on the way. And he's embracing those cyclones. Meanwhile, Solar, I assumed it was going to be Lingbane Roach Ravager, but no. Solar, he's going into 1-1 upgrades into Roach Hydra. Interesting composition. Now, we have seen players have mixed success with this. The real power spike of Roach Hydra is going to be Roach Hydra Hive Tech into Vipers. So Roach Hydra Viper is going to be the ideal. We'll see if he can get there. Vipers, they do allow just a bit of a secure way to deal with these cyclones with abducting, by abducting even. We'll see if he gets there, if he just commits to purely a lair tech army. As he's building up his Ravagers. Solar, he's cutting workers. Yeah, he's going for the all-in. So Solar, as you can see here, he has full 3-base saturation. He has all his gases. What does he not have? Drones at the 4th. The 4th base is just for larva. So it looks like Solar, he has sustained enough damage where he's like, you know what, I'm not going to macro out of this. I'm going to just commit here on 3 bases and go for a big 3-base all-in. Purely Roach Hydra, no infestation bit, no hive tech, no further tech here from Solar. It's all or nothing for the Zerg. So very risky. Very committed. Banshees, they catch 1 Hydra, but here comes the all-in. And GuMiho, he's not ready for this. Again, GuMiho, he has yet to really begin tank production. With only Hellion Cyclone, that's not going to be enough. Without tanks, I don't think GuMiho can hold. Army does move forward. Nice kiting so far. Kiting is good, but the 3rd CC is forfeit. And Solar, he does commit it, starts stepping forward. Once again, good kiting. Takes off a lot of roaches. Oof, the bios are brutal though. And Solar, yeah, he's breaking his opponent. He's going in for the kill. He's breaking GuMiho. Again, the kiting is nice and all, but the 3rd base is gone. The 4th base is cancelled. Takes down one of the tanks. Takes down the mineral line. 18, 19, 20, 19, 20. SCV is going to be going down. Ay, ay, ay. And Solar is going to be forced back, but that is critical damage. That is what he was looking for, to get 22 SCV kills. Banshees go down as well. Tank getting caught in low ground. Shows his biles. Up. Yeah, biles on the tank. And Solar just has too much. He just has too much at this point. GG gets called. He breaks GuMiho, and Solar will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Solar does take a lead. Again, unfortunately, GuMiho, he did not scout the lack of saturation. GuMiho did not realize he was being all in. If he had, that's where tank production was paramount. That's where he did need to prioritize those tanks to be able to fortify, to be able to wall up and wall off and defend against said all in. Alas, instead, he delayed his tanks in favor of just continued Cyclone production and Hellions, and even a Fort CC. All units that didn't really help too much there in that defense. Cyclones that were kiting well, but they could never fight head on. They're just so fragile as a unit that they can really only kite. And with that, GG. With that, GG well played. Solar takes the lead, and now we're jumping into game number 2. And we'll see if GuMiho can bounce back. We'll see if GuMiho makes it up again, or if GuMiho has something different in store for us instead. Let's find out. Let us find out, as game 2 is going to be on Sandworm. Once again, Sandworm being one of the other TLMC maps. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, today might be the day that we get a haircut. It's getting unruly. Too much, man. Too much. But here we go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Sandworm, we have our South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran. Down in the series, we'll see if we can bounce back and force the ace match. It is GuMiho. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, leading series 1-0. Representing Team Falcons, it is Solar. We go. As GuMiho, he moves out not just with one, with 2 SCVs. It is time for the proxy, it's time for the cheese, it's time for the proxy 3 racks. 3 racks, you might ask. Well, we have 1 SCV, 2 SCVs, and a 3rd SCV as well. So proxy 3 racks, hyper aggression, hyper committed here from GuMiho. It's going to be 3 racks mass marine with a bunker rush. So we're going to be bunker rushing the natural. Solar, he is going to be checking the lurk. He'll see this. Solar, I believe the Overlord is going to be moving out far enough to spot this. If he spots this, he can pull the boys, he can react in time. It's going to be a big moment here for Solar. And this is unfortunate for GuMiho. It's going to be close though. Solar, he does move. Oh no, oh no, so he turns around. Solar, he was rallied in, but he does turn around. Oh, Solar, he will not scout this, he will not confirm. And this is best case scenario for GuMiho, but the Overlord is still going to be parked outside of the base. Still going to be parked outside of the natural. So Solar, he will spot the bunkers as they get thrown down. Speaking of, here comes the Mass Marine bunker rush. SCVs move in, and Solar, he knows. Now he knows, now he confirms. Bunkers are on the way. Solar, he pulls the boys. And Solar, he has to deny this bunker. So far, does rush past. Going for the Marines. Solar, he looks like he'll lose 1 drone. Lose 1, we'll lose 2. 2 drones go down. Bunker is going to be denied, at least it barely should be. And with these lingering reinforcements, he's still losing a lot of drones though. Yeah, 4, 5, 6 drones going down. This is getting out of hand. The bunker finishes. Oh, that should not have happened. That should not have happened. The bunker is done. That is dangerous. Solar, he has to zone the army away. SB 0 repair. Meanwhile, the Marines, they get surrounded. Almost. This is too much. This is far too much here. 9 drone kills. The bunker is going to be shut down. Thankfully, the bunker is killed. Bunker is destroyed. And GuMiho has a worker lead. GuMiho is up in workers, is up in economy. I don't think he can break this spine crawler though. Like spine crawler, queen, second spine crawler is on the way. It's going to be difficult to break Solar. But it looks like he's going for it. Yeah, he's going for the dive. And plenty of wings. Yeah, he has to back off. He has to back off here. Still wants that queen though. Wants whatever he can get. Up. Takes down the queen, takes down the spine. GG gets called. Whew. That was very close, but he barely broke that defensive line. Barely broke down both the queen and the spine. GG. And we are going to the ace match. Let's go. GuMiho here overwhelmed Solar against Solar. He lost 9 drones when he pulled the boys. He did lose too many. He lost too many workers in attempting to defend, and in doing so, he just didn't really have the best economy to keep himself sustained. We're going to the ace match. We'll see how this story ends. We'll see if GuMiho can keep this going or if Solar can bring it back. Oh my god. Aye, aye, aye. So we're now getting ready for game number 3. The ace match is going to be on Persephone. Here we go. Getting to Persephone here. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the red Terran player, the South Korean Terran, tying up the series 1-1, bringing it back, and we'll see if we can go all the way. It is GuMiho. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. We go. Here we go, as we are going to be getting or settling into our next game. So far, we've had some chaotic builds here out of GuMiho. Game 1, GuMiho did go for a 1-1-1 before the third TC into Hellion Banshee into Mech. Game 2, of course, we did have the proxy through Axe Marine out of GuMiho as well with the Bunker Rush. Game 3, so far, everything is looking normal. Everything's looking standard. But I can imagine that Solar's feeling very uneasy after these first couple of games in this series. What's up next? Now, GuMiho, even though he's known and he has a reputation for playing mech, that's only because he's like the most prominent mech player. Not saying he cannot play bio. Like, he's actually a very strong bio player in his own right. When it comes to drop play, when it comes to multitasking, GuMiho is a very fast player. Doesn't have to rely on mech. He can switch things up into bio. I bring this up just because that is going to be a viable option here coming into Persephone. We'll see. We'll see what GuMiho goes for. We'll see how he does mix it up, as we expect something different every game out of GuMiho. Let's go. Here we go. But now we do have our Reaper moving out across the map. Likewise, GuMiho does set up back at home. Rax expand into his own factory. We'll keep an eye on that starport timing as Reaper does dip in. Against Solar, he shouldn't lose any drones. Does pull the worker away. So far, so good. Reaper here wants that drone. Does want us. A drone will survive. Queen pops out and Solar holds. Solar, he does hold on. You see GuMiho trying to catch any transferring workers, being a little bit cheeky. Does pull out, and back at home, third CC before starport. Economic build. For the first time this series, GuMiho is playing standard, at least so far. This can still lead into mech, true, it could, but for now everything's looking normal. Yeah, starport now on the way. This can lead into Hellion Banshee, into an add-on swap. We'll see if GuMiho deviates. Now GuMiho does slip into the main. Breaks past the Lings. And he will not get a drone. Whew. Barely not. GuMiho pulls out, pulls away. Third base being taken from Solar. Solar just droning. Solar he was able to keep up. He didn't overreact either. Just didn't overmake any Lings. Still maintained his queen count. Solar still looking solid here. Really rise on GuMiho. There's the add-on swap going Viking first. Viking first can lead into an early fusion core, so we'll keep an eye on GuMiho. I say that if that was the case with the C1 by now. Viking into Fake Cloak. Overlord is coming in for the scouts. GuMiho knows this. So Fake Cloak out of GuMiho. Ideally, GuMiho wants to force out those spores. Viking does arrive. Does he actually go for the Banshee after this? Okay, he is. He's going for the Banshee. Never mind. So really interesting opener here out of GuMiho. Now typically going for a Viking does hide cloak, and there we go, does cancel. It makes sense. He got scouted, he does cancel. Do have a second Rax on the way, Stim is in production, and we are getting into bio, not into mech. Let's go. GuMiho, he is mixing it up here. That's Haley's there throwing a dive on the right hand side. Catching out some lings. Nothing major yet. So he's keeping up. Oh, getting a Hellion. Not bad. Hellion goes down. Solar, he has yet to really confirm the bio production. To see the tech lab on the racks, but that could always just lead into an add-on swap. But for the most part, good read. You know, Baliness on the way, so he's getting ready for Ling Bane. Looks like he has determined that it is going to be bio. Things are keeping up. I should also mention, as the landed Viking does deny the base. Very nicely done. He does delay the fourth. But I should mention the map itself, so welcome one to Persephone. Persephone does have a healing pad here on the right hand side, which we did see Clem use for the first time on yesterday. He used it for the first time. Likewise, we have the goal base as well. We have the massive alleyway of speed zones. That's a lot of speed. A lot of zones. Can make use of it. Well, GuMiho does catch the active tumors. Three tumors going down. GuMiho does actually reinforce immediately here. This is going to be a bit of an earlier move out by GuMiho. This is hitting before 1-1. Usually you'd hit a little bit later, actually. So this is earlier than normal. As a result, the army is a little bit smaller. But he's hoping to try to catch a Solar off guard. And he stims in. Does him in, takes down the base. Does force a cancel. Purple goes down. Bathing Speed is just now about to finish up. Solar backing up his army. GuMiho has to get out of here. He has to pull away. He's actually going to be pushing forward. Hellbat's Morphin, that will help. Drop, not quite on top of the ramp. Medevac goes down. A little bit shaky here from GuMiho. Leads out a Medevac, leads out Marines. Doesn't really have much left. Does take down the Spores at least. And he wants the Queens. He gets one, he gets two. Oh my god. Takes down two Queens, he wants all three. At the same time, Solar, he will break this position. Shuts down the tank, shuts down the Hellbats. GuMiho trading as efficiently as he can, and he did snipe all three Queens. So not the worst, not a bad attack here from GuMiho. Again, he denies the base, he trades relatively well. Again, it was a bit of an earlier and more awkward timing. So that's success with it. And GuMiho just keeps rallying across the map. He does have that supply lead. So he does at least take top right. Solar, he's distracted. He's distracted. Meanwhile, the expansion is denied. He cancels the fifth. Lose the Viking there. Please out the Viking. GuMiho still does have that supply advantage. Pushing even further in. Solar, he runs into Bio, he runs into tanks, he cannot touch this army. Oh. Almost does catch GuMiho, almost. Yeah, pushing on the right, it denies another expansion. Was that a kill? No, It was a cancel, thankfully. It was a cancellation. Banelings unable to connect. GuMiho still trading well. Oh, but he does take some Banelings to the face here on the right-hand side. And not paying attention. So he's holding on. Just barely. So he cleans up the armies. GuMiho backs off. Again, GuMiho, he was not paying attention on the right-hand side. Took some massive Baneling connections to the face. Solar is surviving here. Not getting to his hive, now getting to his own ultra attack. Ultras are on the way. Solar's lack of 5th base is slowly killing him. Like, he desperately needs another expansion, and GuMiho's doing such a great job at maintaining control of both 5th locations. Like, Solar, he just can't expand. Like, where can he go? So he has no other options other than the gold base, but the gold is just also so exposed. Even further out in the open. And Scroob is receding. Sims in. Means they don't really have any transfuses. We are rotating over towards the right hand side. We'll have to pick up. Oh, ooh, does pick up in time. Doesn't take any Banelings to the face. He's only got the one tank on the high ground, but here we go. More reinforcements have arrived. How does GuMiho approach this? Still securing this area. Securing this location. Main responds. Oh! And he will connect. Takes down a decent chunk of bio, but there's still more behind this. Ultra's moving in. There's no Marauders, there's no Ghosts. Yeah, GuMiho is running out of steam here. He has to respect those Ultras. Takes down one. But there's 2 more left. Yeah, 2 more Ultras. My apologies, I didn't realize, but GuMiho, he was A-Raxing. So, my apologies here. He was A-Raxing. This is a 3-base all-in out of GuMiho. I was just caught off guard because it was just earlier than normal. But that's why he has no Marauders. That's why he has no Ghost Academy. He's just pure Marine tank. As he is 8-Raxing. Now he does throw down a 4th CC. He's trying to transition out of this. He still doesn't take his gases. So no gases. Limited gas income. Still does trade well here. Takes down another expansion. The Ultra's quite tanky. His gold kindness waiting. So again, Marines, they just tickle the Ultras. Once again, though, the 5th base is still denied. So even though GuMiho, he hasn't done enough damage to break Solar, he has done enough to maintain himself, to try to keep things even, to make sure the Solar does not get out of hand. As now GuMiho does transition into Marauders. As target firing. Let's focus down those Banelings. Parabomb pops off. And the hive is done. As Solar now getting a greater army with Ultras, with Vipers, with Infestors. Again, GuMiho, he still hasn't taken his gases here. So GuMiho, he can't afford a Ghost Academy. He can't afford Ghost production. That's why he has none. That's why he hasn't just making as many Marauders as he can. It's still pushing. Bit CC on the way. Now finally gas is being taken. Let's go. GuMiho's max. Oh, he's maxed out. Once again denies the 5th base. Solar, he just can't expand. But he's got those Vipers. He's got those Infestors. Into the flank. He attempts to stim, he scans, he sees all the Infestors. We need Ghost here. But there is still no Academy. Like up against Ultras and Infestors and Vipers. There it is. Finally, that is a 14, almost 15-minute Ghost Academy. It's just so late. And as a reminder, the reason why it's so late is because GuMiho has been all in. He just hasn't had the gas income for it until now. But with that, the Fungals, they pop off. Power Bombs as well. And Solar, he will shut down this army. He will completely clean this up. And you can see without Ghost, this army just completely crumbles. Solar, he's stumbling out of control. GuMiho, he had a good start, but he never broke a 4th base. He only ever denied the 5th. And GuMiho is in trouble here. And Ghost Academy is now done, and now he can get into Ghost production, but lastly, he has lost a little momentum this game. Solar, he's reaching his final form with 3-3. Here, likewise, trying to trade. Gets into the mineral line, doesn't get much done, takes down a Spore, that's all he gets. Forces out another. But GuMiho, he's at least maxing out, and he has secured his own expansion. True. He's getting his own 5th. 5th bases are getting operational. Ghost and live production for GuMiho. And Solar, he can finally breathe easy. He can breathe easy and calm down after an intense early game, an intense mid game. He finally gets a 5th base, now getting a 6th expansion as well. Solar looking a lot more comfortable this time. A lot more. Yo, we got some nukes on the way. Love to see it. So it rotates. Alright, shot's not quite going off. And the base is going to be forfeit. And GuMiho, he does try to rotate. Fungals coming in. Force back. Some of the baitings do connect. Going for the Medivacs, actually. Yeah, Fungals everything. The ground army, the Medivacs as well. And GuMiho, he's broken. At this point, he hasn't broken. 10 SCV kills. He plummets in supply. Solar, he's backing up. He's remaxing. But GuMiho, he needs some more time to rebuild. Does need more time. There's a mass transfuse. Gold base now being taken by Solar. We get some decent amount of connections here on the Lings. Very nice. As they pop up. Despite that, Ultras that still break through. Nice snipes though. Very nice snipes. GuMiho, he does pull off the defense. And Solar overextends. Solar throwing away a Viper. He still has 0 Vipers left. Only 1 Infestor. Hopefully Solar, he does replenish those spellcasters. He's got 3 more Vipers on the way, but no more Infestors, so he's going to have limited Fungals available. Just one Fungal, essentially. Which is concerning. Suddenly that means that GuMiho, he has a chance. He has a stronger army against this. As now there are less spellcasters. He's engaged on the right. Solar, he's very Hydra heavy actually. A lot of Hydras. No Ultras. Marauders, they trade well. There's that first Fungal, the only Fungal. Solar bleeding out a lot of units. GuMiho moving in. That one ultra you see, that's the only ultra. The Hydras, they do not trade well here. Ultra goes down, and Solar, he's being overwhelmed. Again, just remax on too many Hydras. That didn't really help too much in this fight. We do get the Blinding Cloud, that does buy some time. Vipers are good for the power bombs. Expensive losses for Solar, losing almost all the Hydras. But I say almost, losing basically every Hydra. Every Hydra goes down. Workers do fall. The base is going to be denied. And GuMiho, he brings it back. Again, Solar had a very strong fight earlier. But alas, the Remax was lackluster. Again, these Hydras were not it. It was just such a money sink here going into all those Hydras. I'm afraid to look. That was how many? That was 27 Hydras just went down. All the Vipers as well. There's all one Viper left, a couple of Infestors, and GuMiho, he just snowballs out of control. Breaks through, snipes what little is left. GG, and GuMiho will take the series 2-1. GuMiho will advance on to the winners match. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Solar, he was in a good position. He was able to max out on Ling Bane, Ultra, Infestor, Viper. But if you remember, after that first big fight, the remax occurred. He did remax and he did not replenish those ultras. Instead, he went into more of a Hydra Tech army. He did not replenish his infestors. He only had one infestor. He tried to go back into his Vipers, but the army composition was lacking. The composition was lacking. He had no infestors until the one infestor towards the very end. Likewise, he didn't have any buffer or support for the Hydras. Hydras, they don't really scale amazingly into the late game like that. Lurkers do, and actually, as you saw, there was a Lurker Den in production. It looks like Solar, he was trying to switch into Lurkers, but he didn't have the tech ready. He was still making the Lurker Den, and he still had no Lurker upgrades either. So it did look like he went into Hydra production a little bit too soon. It does feel like it was premature because it was not ready for Lurkers, and he was stuck with Hydras. And in this matchup, for the most part, Hydras, they are exclusively made to morph into Lurkers, as they themselves are not the best unit, and he was just stuck with 27 Hydras, and it was not ideal. GG, well played. Did lose everything, and with that, GuMiho takes the series. Does take the series, and now we'll see who's up next. I mean, let's switch our scenes over. Let's catch up on